It's a well-made shingle.
It's given me exactly the look that I want on my home.
I'm very happy with the Grand Sequoia roof in virtually all aspects.
We like the appearance of it, and we feel really good with the GAF name on there.
When Grand Sequoia shingles began rolling off the production lines at GAFMC and arriving at job sites, it was the beginning of a roofing revolution. Because of natural wood's poor fire performance and the limited availability of quality cedar, the market for wood shakes has declined over 70%. In many locations, wood shakes are even banned as fire hazards.
When my son lost his home in the Laguna Beach fire and they came to us for shelter, we sat out on our deck and we watched Laguna Beach burn down. We became very, very aware of our structure of our home, our roof especially, and we made up our minds then and there that when we replaced the roof, it would not be replaced with wood.
Under these circumstances, homeowners looking for alternatives wanted the very best composition shingle available.
We recognized a need to develop an attractive replacement for fire hazardous wood shakes. So we developed Grand Sequoia to meet that need.
The Grand Sequoia shingle combines the elegance and beauty of wood shakes with the safety and advantages of a fiberglass asphalt roof. It's also a perfect choice for the homeowner looking to upgrade to a premium shingle. And Grand Sequoia shingles carry an Underwriters Laboratory Class A rating for fire resistance, the highest rating possible.
We chose the Grand Sequoia by GAF over the wood shake because of where the house sits. It's below a street that goes up to other homes in the area, and we didn't want something to happen, somebody throw something out their car and land on our wood roof.
The new Grand Sequoia shingle was the culmination of a total commitment of all the resources of GAF Material Corporation. It was, in the truest sense, a team effort. We put a special team together to work on the design and development of a product that would meet the demands of both the consumer and the roofing contractor.
It's very important for the look of the shingles once they're on the roof that we have consistency in the manufacturing. That's what quality is all about. To that end, we specially designed our manufacturing equipment to provide uniformity of color and size in our shingle.
With so much emphasis placed on how good the Grand Sequoia shingle looks, we can't overlook how well it's made. We designed it to resist heat, cold, and high winds. And most importantly, we designed it for stability. Because it's thicker, heavier, and stronger than most shingles, it's less prone to blow-off, cracking, and blistering. We're so confident in its ability to last longer that we back it with a 40-year limited warranty.
In the design of the Grand Sequoia shingle, we really made it a point to go out and talk with homeowners and talk with roofing contractors to find out what they wanted to see in the design of a new shingle.
Several innovations are immediately obvious when you look at the Grand Sequoia. It's larger than the average shingle, a whopping 17 inches by 40 inches. Larger tabs, and more of them.
Grand Sequoia shingle was designed as a larger than average shingle to assist the contractor. Fewer pieces per square to speed his application.
We're able to stay in one position and put on 6, 7, 8 shingles at a time, as opposed to moving around.
Grand Sequoia is also roofer-friendly because it's designed to be installed left to right or right to left. And for the homeowner, that means less time for the roofing crew on your roof. Roofers like it because it's easy to install. Homeowners like it because of its aesthetic appeal.
We wanted to maintain the curb appeal, and we scouted around and found that the Grand Sequoia by GAF, they added the shadows and the lines that we most desired. Since then, I've had people tell me that we have not lost our curb appeal, and I'm very pleased with the roof, pleased with the roofer, and pleased with the appearance it gives our home.
To emphasize its dimensional look even more, we gave the Grand Sequoia shingle double-thick 5-inch exposure tabs. We also added to each Grand Sequoia shingle a shadow effect, a line that highlights and enhances the impressive appearance of the shingles on the roof.
The larger exposure seems to give it a less busy pattern. We find that gives it a very nice look, kind of tones it down, doesn't make it seem as busy as perhaps some other shingles.
So whether you're considering replacing existing wood shakes, re-roofing, or building a new home, the Grand Sequoia Shingles 6-color blends offer the superior aesthetics and performance that more and more homeowners are demanding. Cover your home in quality. Grand Sequoia, a premium fiberglass asphalt shingle from GAF Materials Corporation.
The Grand Sequoia fiberglass asphalt shingle from GAF Materials Corporation is a premium super heavyweight laminated shingle designed as an attractive alternative to wood shakes or for high-end homeowners who want the best fiberglass asphalt product with superior aesthetics and performance. The Grand Sequoia shingle was actually designed with the roofer as well as the homeowner in mind. In this program, you will see the correct technique for installing Grand Sequoia shingles and learn of its many benefits and advantages over shingles on the market today. Although much of what you'll see is standard roofing practices, there are some important differences. Many of the differences, you'll be glad to learn, are intended to make your job easier. We hope you like installing Grand Sequoia shingles as much as homeowners like the way it looks on their homes. That will make it easier for you to recommend it with confidence to your customers.
It's a much better shingle to work with. It's a lot easier to work with. The bundle size is nice. The width of the shingle, I like the width of the shingle. In all, it's a better product. I like it. It's a better product.
The first thing you'll notice about the Grand Sequoia shingle is its size. It's an extra large 17-inch by 40-inch shingle. This is 20% wider than other shingles, and that means only 72 pieces per square as opposed to 90 pieces per square. That could mean 20% fewer shingles to put down, and as a result, a faster application. The next thing you'll notice is the 5-inch exposure on the tabs. Other shingles give you only 4-inch exposure, and that contributes to how good the Grand Sequoia shingle looks on your customer's roof. Another feature is the shadow line. It gives a bolder, more dimensional look to an already thick shingle. A nail line is provided, which gives you a visual guide for quick and accurate nailing. To help maintain alignment of the Grand Sequoia shingle and to speed up application, there is a vertical alignment notch and a horizontal alignment notch. On the back of the shingle are 2 strips of self-sealing adhesive.
With the fewer amount of shingles, that definitely will increase our speed without compromising the appearance of the roof.
The Grand Sequoia shingle can be used on new or re-roofing jobs over well-seasoned wood decking. Plywood decks for Class A installations must be 3/8 inch or greater. Remember, an underlayment, such as GAF Materials Corporation Shingle Mate Underlayment, is required on new construction and for re-roofing if the old roof has been removed from the deck. Zinc-coated steel or aluminum roofing nails are recommended, and they are driven flush with the surface of the shingle. Over-nailing will damage the shingle. 5 nails should be used for each shingle, evenly spaced. In high wind areas, or where required by local code, 6 nails should be used. The self-sealing strips firmly bond the shingles to the roof when exposed to sun and warm temperatures. For mansards and steep slope applications greater than 21 inches per foot, shingle sealing must be reinforced by hand sealing. Simply add a dab of adhesive to each tab. With underlayment in place and metal drip edges and eave flashing installed, you're ready to put down the first starter course. This is one of the major application differences between the Grand Sequoia shingle and other shingles. It has 2 starter courses rather than 1. For the first starter course, you can start at either rake and lay in either direction. Any GAF MC 3-tab shingle is recommended. Simply trim the tabs and position the shingle as shown. Place the first and subsequent starter course shingles so that they overhang the eave and rake edges about 3/8 inch to provide a drip edge.
Well, I like the idea that we can go from left to right or from right to left for that matter. Sometimes on smaller sections of the roof we may want, that's a nice option to have available to us. And you know, that's another plus, or the roofer may happen to be left-handed or whatever. This gives us an option to run the roof either way, which is another plus.
For the second starter course, Grand Sequoia starter strip shingles are recommended. When separated, these can also become hip and ridge shingles. We recommend that you trim 5 inches from the end of the first Grand Sequoia starter strip and lay the resulting 35-inch shingle directly over the top of the first starter course. You can then continue with full-width shingles flush with the first starter course. The shingle should overhang the eave and rake edges 3/8 inch to provide a drip edge.
What I like about it is the way it applies, we can apply it to the roof. The easy nailing line, the notch to line the shingles up. It cuts easy, and the handling of the bundles, the width of the bundle makes it a lot easier to handle.
Now you're ready to apply the first course of Grand Sequoia shingles. We recommend that you trim a 1/2 inch from the rake edge of the first shingle. Align the inside corner of the alignment notch of the second shingle with the alignment slit of the shingle below. This automatically provides for a 5-inch offset of the shingles between courses. Begin each course in this fashion until finally returning to a full shingle in the 9th course. You should refer to the Grand Sequoia application instructions on the back of the package. Don't lay shingles straight up the roof without the recommended 5-inch offset, since this can cause incorrect patterning and color blending and can actually damage the shingles.
It's much faster application and on a 5 pattern versus a 5 and a 15 pattern where you're constantly moving on a roof. When you cut out a 5 pattern, you're working probably at about a 45-degree angle. So as a roofer, you're moving less on the roof. You're just scooting up towards the top.
As you proceed with the second and following courses of the Grand Sequoia shingle, you'll discover how fast the application can be. You can use a full shingle on any odd-numbered course, for example, 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. However, we recommend that you use the diagonal application we're demonstrating until at least the 5th course. This will ensure the best color blending and design patterning appearance. It's a good idea to strike a chalk line about every 6th course to check your parallel alignment with the eave.
We seem to be going a lot faster, and I credit primarily the 5-inch side lap with that. We were able to stay in one position and put on 6, 7, 8 shingles at a time, as opposed to moving around, which some other shingles require.
For hips and ridges, you can use Grand Sequoia hip and ridge shingles. Single, double, or triple thickness of shingles can be applied depending on the desired look. For single application, you start with a double thickness of pre-cut hip and ridge shingles and continue the remainder with single thickness. For double application, as seen here, start with triple thickness and continue the remainder with double thickness. For each subsequent course, you should leave 5 5/8 inches exposure.
They've understated the shadow line, which I've always liked. I've never cared for the thick, wide, solid shadow lines. This enhances the natural thickness of the shingle, which is substantial to begin with.
For applying Grand Sequoia shingles in a valley, around a chimney, or up to a wall, you should follow normal accepted roofing practices. Although there are no special procedures you must follow based on the design of the Grand Sequoia shingle, you should keep in mind certain techniques to assure a good job. For a closed-cut valley, you can center GAF-MC Weather Watch waterproof underlayment or roll roofing in the valley. You should run the first and second starter courses only across the valley. And for the other courses, there should be no fasteners within 6 inches of the center line. For an open valley, you can also run Weather Watch waterproof underlayment or smooth surfaced roll roofing. Metal flashing should be centered in the valley, but not punctured by nails. Instead, the nail heads should hold the flashing in place. For a closed or woven valley, you can underlay Weather Watch waterproof underlayment or roll roofing and nail at least 6 inches from the center of the valley. The Grand Sequoia shingle from GAF Materials Corporation was designed to answer the growing demand for a super premium asphalt shingle. In designing the Grand Sequoia shingle, we listened to roofers and homeowners to find out what they wanted in a premium shingle. As a result, we designed the Grand Sequoia shingle to be installed left to right or right to left. And it's a larger shingle, meaning application can be faster and easier. The large, double-thick tabs and the color blending means the Grand Sequoia shingle looks thick and dimensional on the roof. Grand Sequoia has a shadow line, which further accentuates its already thick appearance on the roof. And most importantly, Grand Sequoia is a Class A shingle, the highest rating available for fire resistance. It's the perfect alternative to wood shake shingles that have at best a Class C rating. And that is an increasing concern for your customers.
When my son lost his home in the Laguna Beach fire and they came to us for shelter, we sat out on our deck, all of us, including my son, his wife, and the baby, and we watched Laguna Beach burn down. And we made up our minds then and there that when we replaced the roof, it would not be replaced with wood.
And it's not just the safety factor that will attract homeowners to the new Grand Sequoia shingle. Your customers will love the look of the finished Grand Sequoia roof.
I love the look of this house. I love the roof. I love the color. It's Weatherwood by GAF.
I'm very pleased with the roof, I'm pleased with the roofer, and pleased with the appearance it gives of our home.
We like the appearance of it, and we feel really good with the GAF name on there because we know what a wonderful reputation they have.
So on your next roofing job, consider recommending Grand Sequoia shingles from GAF Materials Corporation. Your customers will be happy that you did.